All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. It's been a while since I've covered the EV sector, so I'm going to try to put 5 into this. I'm going to do Tesla, Lucid, Polestar, Nikola, and Mullen. Okay, look, you like, I love seeing this because what it really does is it echoes the NASDAQ. NASDAQ since the 30th has been running. Tesla since the 30th has been running, right? And I like when an important tech stock, because again, Tesla is the king of the EVs, right? I like it when this mimics the indice, and I'm hoping the other ones are going to kind of look the same-ish. The one that I know what it looks like is Lucid. Obviously, I know what Mullen looks like too, right? But Lucid, I took a peek at, I think it was yesterday when the Saudi news dropped, and I'm a little surprised it didn't do better today, but that's for sure something I'm going to talk about on that one. Polestar and Nikola, I really don't know what those look like, so those will be pretty live when we look at them. And then, like I said, Mullen's living in that all-time low world, right? So before we go any further and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short-term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to this channel, share this video online with your friends, comment good or bad. Look, anything you can do helps me so much with these YouTube algorithms. But for real, just being here and giving me your time is super appreciated, all right? So Tesla, again, I started the video with it. I'm going to highlight it one more time. The NASDAQ controls the tech stock world. And when the NASDAQ makes a beautiful recovery from the 30th through today, that's what you want to see on equivalent tickers. And hey, Tesla is, I mean, not as picturesque because it came down here, right? It struggled a little bit with that 20 moving average, but from the 30th through today, it's been doing nothing more but going up, right? And I'll take that, okay? Yeah, it's kind of funny that it landed right on my lines, the last ones that I put, but again, you know I'm here to less like brag about the lines and stuff, right? What is interesting, and again, I really don't know the last time I covered the Tesla one, so you guys can actually go back and see that these lines haven't changed, but this line right here is now like, I mean, nearly parallel to the 100 moving average, right, in blue right there. That could be a little hard to break, but if it breaks it, if we can get into 250, we will be over all 5 moving averages on the daily. We will have a MACD that's going to be in the positive. Like we will, I mean, the RSI is probably going to get a little high, but like what, I mean, the goal would be to get over to, like, it would be to do this, right? But like a little bit different. Get over the line, land on the line, and then go up, right? This gets to the line, goes under, gets to the line, goes under. I want to get to the line, go a little up, come back to it, and then go, okay? Why do I think we're going to have to come back to it? It's this RSI. All right. Yeah, there have been for sure moments where we've been over it, right? You can see literally that month of June, we were like living in the high 90s, right? Overall, we've pretty much been on average at 80 and then come down. At 80, come down. Around 80, come down. This is the one anomaly. At 80, come down. 80, come down. 80, come down. We're at 70, right? So it would make sense to me that we would get over this roughly at 255, maybe get a little bit too high in RSI, and then hopefully never go below that 100 moving average, just land on it and then bounce back up, okay? I also think that that's a little bit equivalent to the NASDAQ movement. I think our RSI is way too high on the daily for NASDAQ. I think we're gonna need to come down. I'm hoping it's a healthy come down that never drops below the 8 moving average, or for sure never drops below the 100, right? So that's essentially what I'm looking for on NASDAQ, and that's what I'm looking to have mimicked on Tesla, all right? I'm seeing a couple headlines about Starlink IPO breakout. I'm seeing a couple headlines of like a few other things. I don't think any of the like headlines I'm seeing on Tesla are making me like how do I word? I really believe this entire movement up from the 30th to today is very much NASDAQ connected. I do believe NASDAQ being strong is the only reason we got over the 20, the 100. Like this is a tight cluster that otherwise would have failed if NASDAQ didn't do well. I don't think there's been much Tesla specific news to justify this move up. But again, I'm not here to talk about justifying, right? I'm here to talk about following momentum, and that's what we're doing with NASDAQ and tech. All right, let me know if you think I'm missing something. But again, this entire video was less about Tesla specifically and really my genuine opinion that a stock like this specifically, the king of a technical sector, is going to do what NASDAQ does. You know what I mean? So in terms of technicals, look, we're over the 50, but you know I need to confirm. My fear is that the 100 and the 50 are just a little too tight, but I like this, I like this, I like this. I think there's reason to believe we're gonna get over it. I do. Maybe, like I said, NASDAQ comp. NASDAQ might need to like cool down just a little bit because that's a 90 RSI. Just zooming out, I don't even think we've been up here, right? Yeah, like we're literally this high right now, and you can see the white line touches not like this is a little too high. So maybe we get a cool end of the day. As long as things stay healthy on NASDAQ, they will stay healthy on Tesla. I'll look at the weekly just, oh my, I'm glad I did. We're in a very, very tight cluster of moving averages. The 250 will put us over all on the weekly, over all on the daily, and there is nothing better when you're over all moving averages on multiple charts. That 250 line is monstrous, monstrous, monstrous. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Otherwise, let's move to Lucid real quick. So this is what Lucid looks like. I have said this before, right? Like, you know, I don't put a lot of weight on news. I put weight on moving averages breaking because of news. That's how I roll. Okay, that's how I trade. That's how I do my thing. When I saw the Saudi partnership with Lucid, I assumed really big things were going to happen. I did, because we've seen it before. Was it this one? Like, Saudi rumors made this thing go crazy. And if I read the headlines correctly, I don't think there's rumor anymore. Now, you've heard me say buy the rumor, sell the news. So maybe that's what this is. But like, if the Saudi partnership is actually real, oh man, that's hard to ignore. Saudi money makes the world go round, right? Like, let's be honest here, all right? Saudi money, I don't watch golf. I don't want to say bad things about golf, but Saudi money completely put the PGA upside down. Saudi money is taking the best soccer or football players in the world and taking them to the Middle East. Saudi money is starting to poach some of the best basketball players, and like Saudi money is well, I don't even know the word to say, right? It's like it's next level. There is no level. Like, no one has that kind of money, right? And when you now have a real connection to that Saudi money checkbook, oh man, it's hard to ignore. And for real, I thought we were going to get a much bigger candle. I expected to close over 435. I thought we were going to get a little over that 50%. I thought we were going to get over that green candle. I thought we were going to ride red all the way up to the 50 moving average around 5. The words that I just said are still my immediate thoughts. This 20 moving average has been a crazy, crazy line. Stopped us here, 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 you know, stopped us here, right? Like, there's so many stops. I think the 20 is about to break. And you know it if you watch my video, I need tomorrow to confirm. Tomorrow must close at 437 or better. There is 436. I'll take a penny off. I need to break this line. Yeah, it's 37. 437 is the number. Get me over this line. Easy $5 target. Maybe even a wick about 10% higher. Maybe not quite. Yeah, no, I'll say 550. Maybe 550 at the highest. But, oh man, it looks like we want to break the 20 and go up. All right. Again, NASDAQ might cool down just in case you fast forwarded to this part. NASDAQ is at a 91 RSI. That's really high. Like maybe that'll slow down a little bit. I don't think bad things will happen, but Lucid, make me believe we'll break the 20. We should go to the 50. NASDAQ keeps going. Break the 50, go to the 100 makes sense, right? So one more time, I'm putting a lot of weight on the news. I am. Let me know if there's something I missed on the news, but that should be enough to break the 20. I thought it was going to happen today. Let's see. But I'll look at the weekly real quick, just to look at the weekly. Yeah, we're still under all the moving averages. Never a good thing, right? But again, it kind of says if we can get over this for something, it should be an easy ride up, actually, because break the 8, go to the 20, right? So Lucid not looking bad at all right? Oh, interesting. Almost the exact same chart. Almost the exact same chart. Polestar struggling with the 20 since right here, early August. Lucid, when was your struggle? Yeah, since basically right here, early August, same thing. So mimicking the charts there, that's, again, not good that they were both struggling there, but hey, I like the consistency. I actually like the fact that they're both trying to get over the two lines that are being really pesky, right? And this one's actually over both. So maybe that's a little bit of a good thing for Lucid as well. Yeah, I think for this, and it's interesting though, because we have a lot of red, green, red, green, there's a lot of fast movement. I can actually see this coming pretty quickly to 275. Obviously this 50 moving average has been a real, so we haven't even touched it since that early August timing, right? That we were talking about the 20 with, right? So a lot of parallels between the last two tickers. I like that. I'm actually gonna, NKLA. Is it the same thing here? I mean, pretty much the same thing. Same struggle with the 20, the 50. Yeah, I think these lower EVs are looking for, I think if Tesla can break, the lower EVs, the Lucid, Polestar, and Nikola should do well. This was a little bit weirder of one. I think I rushed the Nikola a little bit, but yeah, the exact same thoughts I have for Polestar is really the same ones I have for Nikola, right? Like get me over a couple more lines. This one's a lot tighter than Polestar is. I think there's a nicer spacing with the moving averages here, so I would lean on this one over Nikola. But yeah, end of the day, I think if NASDAQ holds, does a healthy cool down and continues, Tesla should keep running, breaking all the moving averages, and that will help these lower ones for sure. So let me know your thoughts and opinions. Like I said, a little more rushed on those three, but I think those are really fair thoughts actually. Mullen, listen, when a stock loses an all-time low support, that's what this line is, I'm ready for it to lose 20%. Every 2 cents is roughly 10%. We have now lost 4 cents. We have now lost the first 20%. I am expecting to lose another 20%, roughly another 3 cents here, because roughly 1.5, almost, you can only say another 2, let's just say 2 cents each again. I really believe we're gonna go from 18 to 14. I do. Now, don't get me wrong, you've seen it. We sometimes go real far from the 8, come close to it, go away, come close to it, go away. Maybe we're going to want to come up a little bit. I think we're going to keep going down because I don't like that RSI at all. And I think that our recovery RSI has been much, much lower than it is right now. I think we have another bad candle or two. I would not be surprised if we get to 14 cents and maybe that's where the recovery will be. So bad things happen when you lose all-time low support. You lose 20% so quickly and then you lose 20% again so quickly, and that repeats until, for whatever reason, something happens differently, right? So be careful here. I appreciate your time. You know that. Thank you. Thank you.